An ALGS Pro player previously accused of cheating was banned yesterday. We are talking about a player named feuFPS, who is from Brazil. This player has more than 2,000 American dollars from winning and was officially banned on March 14th, 2022. In January, he played in the 2022 ALGS Split 1 playoffs in the region of South America, where him and his two teammates Kings and UnderCL under the team name Most Valuable managed to win $1,000, and they were the top 14th team in the South America region. This player is also a Twitch streamer and a Twitch partner. Currently his Instagram is private and his Twitter is protected. Now let's show the evidence. In this clip you can see a person spectating feuFPS. The person on the camera is not the cheater, and here you can clearly see the blue people in the back. This is not what the player actually says, this is what the person on the camera says because he's spectating. But look at how specifically when the blue people on the screen are about to show on feu's POV, he slowly backs out. Now you could argue that the Gibraltar told him to wait, which is a valid argument, so let's move on to the next point. Please notice how he, without an error, switches between target 1 and target 2. The next evidence is a 2 minutes and 20 seconds long YouTube video from the player named Stalizi, who is a Brazilian player who is currently playing for Team Zen. I will not be showing you the entire video, but these are the main parts from it that you should definitely see. The key factor in this clip is that the cheater is speaking with 100% certainty on what the raid is doing. What is a key factor in this is that if he's actually wall hacking, then what he can see besides the information that raid is pushing, he can also see the character, right? And so there is a difference between a character standing, a character walking, and a character sprinting. And so if you see a character sprinting at you, you know that you can peek, get in his face, and have the advantage because he is in the sprinting animation. And this is exactly what happens. Player in this clip has 2 or 3 advantages. First advantage is that he is in the house. Second advantage is that he is on a high ground above the raid. And the third advantage is this railing. If you shoot through the railing, it is extremely easy, but if somebody tries to shoot you through the railing from further away, it is way harder. Why would he give up this advantage knowing there is a raid pushing? In the next clip you can see the cheater being grenaded to death. He sees the people with his wallhack software through the gas, through the wall of the cart and through the rock, but he doesn't realize there is a rock. And that is signified by how he tries to throw the grenade, but then he peeks and realizes there is a rock in between him and the other people. And then in the next part of the clip you can actually see this guy trying to shoot through the same rock where there is people. Stalizi actually made a second video on this player. In this clip we have feu getting shot from all sides, and then he realizes there is a Gibraltar in the train station. What he shouldn't know though is that Gibraltar is going to pick the doorway, but somehow he does know that and tries to shoot him through the doorway. Let's continue with the video from Stalizi.
Now there's a new team rubbing up of the zip line. Now is where things start getting a little weird. First of all, look the way he heals. Like, every time you are in a clutch situation, yeah, you go full behind the rock, do never pick to get information about your enemies like the quick pick, you just keep looking through the rock, and when you pick, you just pick with no aim correction, with no readjustment, just exactly where the enemy is.
Every time you meet a cheater in the game, they are very correct mechanically and they just know stuff they shouldn't. For example, the clip with the Gibraltar. Yes, you can pre-fire people, but you never shoot the wall. You shoot where you think they will appear, and you don't actually shoot the wall. And no, it does not happen coincidentally. When you're in a clutch situation and you have to heal, you always try to get information. In this clip, he is the only source of information he will ever have until he dies or kills the people or something happens. Therefore, while he's healing, he should be jumping around trying to peek the left corner, trying to see if he's getting pushed, trying to look back maybe if somebody's pushing his back, but he doesn't do anything. He just stands still healing. Do you think a Pro League player and an ALGS finalist should be doing this? I did the research, and the answer is no, he should not. I went ahead into Imperial Hall's VOD from when they won ALGS playoffs, the recent one in January, and I will show you the clip how Imperial Hall plays and peeks while he's healing and feu doesn't. Now in this scenario, Imperial Hall doesn't even have to peek. He has two teammates that are full HP in front of him that are his sources of information, whether that is them speaking about something happening or them getting shot at somebody else. So for example, if he needs to know whether there is a guy on the left side, he will figure it out based on whether his teammates are getting shot from the left side. And if he needs to know whether there is a guy on the right side, he will know that because A, his teammates are shooting and facing right side, and B, his teammates are talking. But even then, Imperial Hall is trying his best to get some sort of information regardless of his HP or the amount of sources of information he has. And if you compare it with the clip of feu, you can clearly see that feu is not peeking at all. And an ALGS pro player and somebody who got 14th in the overall region should know things like this. But he's just simply not doing that. Let's also talk about the aim correction part. I feel like this can be overlooked kind of easily. So again, let's compare Imperial Hall peeking after he heals and then correcting his aim, and let's compare feu doing that. In the beginning, it's very similar. Both players peek, have their crosshair in a non-moving position, and then Imperial Hall, when he sees the enemy, he corrects his crosshair onto the good position to shoot the enemy. If you look at feu, however, he peeks, his crosshair doesn't move until like 2 seconds further. And this signifies the fact that feu doesn't actually have to look for the enemy, and he already knew where they were, so therefore he's not really surprised by the fact that he just saw them. The next clip is 2 years old actually, and in this clip you can see feu having a golden prowler and he's trying to shoot a guy that is jumping up and down on a zipline. And even if you're not an experienced player or have seen a lot of cheaters, I think you already know that movement like this is not something usual or something that people do. I don't think it's a coincidence that 2 times that he flicks up, he hits a headshot on the only shot he hits. And this was probably an old cheat that wasn't really good, as this is from 2 years ago. And back then the cheats were awful. There is not much left to add. His aim is clearly snapping on the target that is moving quickly and fast. And from my experience, every single time I saw this type of movement, it was not done by a hand of a player, but by a software. So this player was reportedly banned on Apex Legends, but as of right now, when I'm recording the video, he's live streaming on Twitch on his account, so he's not banned at this moment. If you look at their entire team though, they all 4 come from Brazil. You have 3 players and then 1 coach. Let's talk about this player called savIN. On 18th November 2022, yes, almost half a year back, this pro player called Solden, who is an Argentinian player who previously played for Mayhem Evolve, made a tweet saying, "Cheater in ALGS Pro League South America, @PlayApex @RSPN Hideouts." The main part in the tweet longer is that he caught this player savINSANO, who is the same savIN who's playing with feu, who just got banned, buying cheats from a known hack seller on Discord. He also added proof with the screenshots and he's saying, "savINSANO, player of most valuable, uses cheats in the Apex Legends professional circuit. Choke is a hack seller on Discord and he is seen sending him a code to activate the hack. After using it, it tells him that something he did during the tournament was weird and be careful because Pokis was watching him on his stream. The date coincides perfectly. Day 19 buys the hack and day 23 wins the date of the ALGS Pro League. Also, when I spoke to savINSANO, that is Solden saying of course, showing him the evidence, he first said it wasn't him, although the Discord IDs were the same, and then blocked me. The screenshots at the bottom of this post. In the first screenshot you can see Choke and savINSANO having a Discord conversation, and Choke sending him these IDs, which are password-like codes to activate the cheat. This is the first screenshot in original and also translated. What it looks like is it's Choke reaching out to savINSANO, telling him that he should be safe, that somebody was spectating his stream and he saw him hacking or something was unsafe. And then savINSANO, it seems like he's excusing, saying that he unintentionally used the hack because somebody was in the open and that he was exposed. Maybe he's describing a dangerous situation in game. In the next screenshot, again original and translate, you see feuFPS reaching out to savIN via Discord, and he's asking him if he knows about choke, and he also tells him that he knows everything and that he has some pictures. savINSANO denies everything, and after a while savIN blocks feuFPS on Discord. At this moment, both of these players are actively playing ALGS Pro League and are inactive players on the roster of their team. Keshera, the most recent winner of ALGS EMEA playoffs, retweeted Zoldan's tweet and said, "Apex Esports is full of cheaters, no matter how much we complain. Pros are just not hurt. 600 players, 40 teams, 5 regions, 0 bans. Hideouts, when are you going to put some effort into cleaning the pro scene?" In conclusion, feuFPS has a lot of sus clips. He was banned. Now it seems like he's unbanned, streaming live on Twitch. savINSANO was, to my knowledge, never banned and continues to play ALGS, the same as feu. Are these people truly cheating? Did savINSANO actually buy cheats from choke? Will we ever defeat cheaters? Will we ever get clean competitions, at least in the Pro League? Thank you so much for watching this video and staying till the end. If you guys like this new format of videos, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.